Welcome back to the epic journey of creating a video game in Unity and using C Sharp programming. Uh, Last episode made a UI, and off screen I kind of figured out how to get these panels to look a little bit better. Um, One of the things I noticed, if I change the pixels per unit multiplier here, that kind of changes it a little bit. So if I do, 16, makes it a little bit thicker. It was set to 1, so it does it like that. So I change it to 32 pixels for this one, and just kind of tweak it until I say, okay, that looks pretty good. Um, but yeah, got those working there. Uh, so in this episode, I was thinking to create a some buttons for controlling the speed of the game. Right now, if I just I gotta click the gather. If I click here and click here, and I push 3, then they go a little bit faster. If I push 1, they go slow. If I push 0, the simulation pauses. If I click, I can still build things though. It's not a problem, but nothing's going to happen. We also did this in our last episode where we have a kind of grid system that, or a, what do you want to call it? Indicator to show whether or not we can place a building. So that's kind of cool. I can click the build thing and it doesn't close it, keeps this open. But if I right click, it doesn't. If I click on a villager, I did a little animation so that you've highlighted it, and this is showing you the current villager stat. All right, I did notice though in testing this out, our stats were getting 600 frames per second, but um, there was an issue with the AI where when I build a farm, let me just do that. Let's do speed 3, unpause it, get some items. There would be like a delay. We got some more issues with the AI. It's going to the house. Oh, I gotta click gather. Um, that's something else probably need to add is some kind of like indication that which trees are being gathered. But I kind of want to see if I can get this little bug where the game just kind of freezes for a moment, kind of just stops. Why is he going back and forth? Oh, he's grabbing the he's grabbing all those berries. Right there. Did you see it? I paused it for a sec. Look, you see the frame rate? It just stops. So the game, somewhere the game is pausing. It's looping through something. It's probably the, um, I don't know. It could be the eat. Let me just look at, that's not really the goal of this episode, but, all right, anyways, that's there. I'll look at it later. Let's get to the creating another panel. So we'll call this a UI panel, panel here, and let's call it the speed control panel. And let's change this to panel. Let's do one of these panels. And we'll change it to 16, I think. That's what I'm using. Let me move it. Um, And actually, let me change the transparency, change the size. Whoops, lost it. Change the size of it, make it a little bit wider. Maybe we'll anchor it to the, where would be a good place to put this? I'm not too sure. Could be in the lower right hand corner, could be in the upper right hand corner. Like I could take this panel here and move this over like this. Let's get this out of there and then attach it to the left corner and now move it. Okay, what happened here? What happened? Something like that. Maybe this needs to be 32. Yeah, that looks good. Slide it over a little bit. Just kind of tweaking it. Let's copy one of those other buttons right here. Let's copy that and paste it into here. Okay, and let's change the position to, let's move it. Where is it at? Alright, and we'll call this the pause button. And let's just see. Alright, let's change the text. We'll change it to // and let's make it bold maybe. Make it 8. Spacing line. It's not really in the middle of it. Let's do like that. Let's take our, let's change the size of this. Yeah, that looks good. And let's copy this. Move it over. Actually, let's not copy it yet. Whoa, 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 whoa. Undo that. Oh my word. I deleted the whole canvas. Where was that? Let's delete it for a sec. Let's go to our scripts. Go into the UI script. And let's call this script a speed control button. Okay. All right, and all this is going to do is kind of control our speed. Let me delete all this. This is just going to have an serialized field, int control speed. All right, and then what we'll do is a public void on click. And we'll just say game manager dot instance dot speed game speed is equal to control speed. All right. So let's go back here. Let's add. Do we want to add it here? Yep. Let's add it here. And this is going to be a speed control button. And we'll do 0. Control C, Control V. Slide this over. Now, how are these being placed? Yeah, that's good. Left, left. This is lower, right. Okay, so then this one is going to be normal. Normal speed, or normal button. Normal speed, sure, speed. Let's change the text here to this. Okay, let's bring it down a little bit. That's good. And normal speed, I'm gonna have to look into what I have right now. Slide this over. This is going to be fast speed. We'll change the text to 2 of those. And this will be set to 2. Control C. This is going to be super fast. Super fast. Speed button. So, enter. Control 3. Let's do that. Let's move this over. And we might have to make this size a 7. A little bit smaller. Alright. Now with this one, we want to change this to this. Speed button to on click. Do the same thing for this one. On click. And then the last one. On click. Let's not do the pause button just yet. Let's try this. Alright, let me click, gather. Click, click. Let's do this speed, this speed, this speed. Okay, that's working pretty good. You didn't think it would be that easy, did ya? Super fast speed. Let's change that to 10. Make it a little bit faster. Okay, gather, gather, gather. And maybe we want to do 5 for this speed here. Okay, now let's think about this pause button. We do want to unclick to this. Now this will work if I pause it. See, but if I pause it and then I have to click the other ones. That's cool. We could do inside here if control speed is equal to 0. So we want to pause it. We're going to do this instead. Dot is pause is true. Else we're going to change the speed of it. Now we're going to actually do this is going to be is not going to be it. is equal to not pause. So now to pause and unpause, we would actually click it. So let's click gather. If we do super speed, we pause it, unpause it, goes back to the super speed. All right. Now, let's see, we want it to where it shows that this is highlighted or it stayed selected. How do we do that? Selected is gray. If we change it to red. Okay, good. That's kind of what we want. Kind of. If I go to the fast, select it as red, click here, select it as red. If I play it, you see what happens though? If I click something else, it unselects it. So how do we manage that? That's good, we want that. In our game controller, probably in our UI, all right, let me go to my game manager. How do we know which ones clicked and keeping it clicked? Well, in our, we could do it in a UI manager. Could have the button do it. So like if I go here, and I do this, if I did like an update, and if I do something like if game manager dot instance dot is pause, if control speed is 0, so then we know we're using the pause button. We could then say, see up here I would have to use using Unity engine.ui. Then down here we're going to say get component button dot select. What does that do? Let's see. Not sure if this is what I would do. Let me go to my pause button, change the color. Just change to red for now. So let me play it. Okay, so right now it's not. Ooh, look at that. Gather. See, it's not keeping it. Hold on. Let's see. This is probably working. Um, hmm. Unselect. Let's see. These are always the kind of tricky parts to this. How do we know if it's selected or not? Only assignment call. Don't even know what this does. When using the unselect. Yeah, it's weird. It looks like this is what it does. It selects it. Hmm. If it's pause. What if we're not paused? See what happens. Maybe the select thing just toggles it on and off. That's why we don't actually see it. Yeah, that didn't change anything. That's weird. Oh, look. If we're paused, we don't let anything else selected either. This is not what we want. We might have to have a variable that controls that. What if we say none? No. Interactable? Huh. Alright, let's just see what kind of things we have here. Dot. Selected. On. Let's go all the way to the top. We don't want to say enable colors. Selectable colors equals find selectable. Got different functionalities here. Okay. Alright, so, oh, that's, which button am I doing? Maybe that's why, oh, I think I did the wrong color here. Was this one supposed to be white? I think I did the wrong color. That's not really working, is it? Oh, I have an error anyways. If it is paused. What we can do, or what I can do, is we kind of manually do this in code. You see, it's still what kind of works. See, but not really. I think we need to manage this in code instead of doing this like select thing. So like we could do something like control, if control speed is equal to 0. I should have probably kept all that. Instead of doing this, what is it? We need to change the color of this, the image. So we're going to say get image dot color is equal to color dot red. Get rid of that. Okay. Else, if we're not paused, and if we are the control speed, we're going to make it white. Let's just change that to white. Okay, so you see, click the gather, unpause it, there we go. All right, now we want to do the same thing with the other ones. How do we do that? We could do an else if game manager dot instance dot game speed is equal to the control speed. What? Oh, equal. Then we will do the red. Let me copy this. Else. If it's not, first it checks if it's paused. Does that? This will be white. Okay. Did we save it? Let's see if we get that working. So again, we're kind of more manually doing it. So there we go. Pause still shows red. Click gather. We're pause, let's unpause it. Change that speed, change it to that. We can pause it. It still shows what speed we're at. It does a little bit of a weird thing there. Let me go to this. Change this to white. Go here. Change this to white. Okay. Got some weird stuff going on here. Alright, let's just do this a little bit better. Let's delete this. So whether it's paused or not is going to control it this way. We'll say we could actually probably put this above all first. Maybe this will work. See, yeah, we are already showing that. Got that, we got the pausing, doesn't matter. Okay, cool. So yeah, that should do it. Do some gathering, pause it. We're going super fast. Slow down a little bit. We got nothing to do. Let's check our stats. No kind of delays. Let me go build a farm. Make it go a little bit faster, guys. So they're both doing this. Let me select you. Let me do a debug. Whoa, that's super big. My word. Can't even see it. Oh, I don't even have. I have to actually have one of the agents selected. Here, let's change this to normal. We are getting failed actions. Actually, you can kind of read it here a little bit. Going to work. Our FPS is 200, so it decreased quite a bit, and that's because we have a ton of berries. Right now we have 100 resources on the ground. 120. I'm not seeing any kind of. Let me click gather. See if we get some hiccups. I'm not seeing any just like direct pauses here. That was a little bit of a spike. Well, there it was for a second. There, you saw it happen again. When is it happening? I can't even see this thing anymore. Let me go to my panels. My debug panel. And all this is kind of messed up. Move this up some. Move this up some. Shrink this. Ugh. Scroll view, shrink. And let me move this. Where's this text here? Okay, probably just. Oh, no, that does go there. Maybe I need to move this up to the top. Nope, it automatically does it. All right, let's play. Let me click on the agent. Okay, the thing's a little weird. Gather. Build. Oh, wait. Build the farm. Do we get any hiccups? Let me click gather and gather a few things. And let me unselect gather. I need some kind of indication that you are gathering. Could be the mouse pointer changes. Oh, did you see that spike? Go to work. Let's see if this. See if this changes ever. See, I got a little bit of an issue with our goal setting with our AI. He will continue to work. The way that we have it is, because he's working, he's not going to change his. Ooh. So we just get these spikes right there, right there. Look at that. Just stops. How many things do we have on the ground? 180. Okay. Let me go to my actions, my GOP actions. Let's go to the eat action. What is it doing? So this is trying to find looping through all the game objects. Let's just debug .log looking for food. I could actually do the AI agent dot debug plus equals this. I don't need to do that. It's going to show this quite a bit. Click my test agent. Let's click gather. Let's build a farm. And we're failing some actions here. Take looking for food. Looking for food, looking for food. Looking for food. Looking for food. I want to see if once we get more resources on the ground, see if that's probably the hiccup. It's kind of weird. Go to work, looking for food. Looking for food. Create a plan. I don't even know if we're eating. I don't see eating as a... I'm also not seeing any hiccups. Let's go gather. Do that. Look at this blueprint has resources. We need to get rid of that. Alright, now we're getting some hiccups. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to really figure this out, huh? The reason why it doesn't show it over and over again is because we break out of it after we find one. That's a food type. So the only resources on the ground were food. But this list right here, again, is searching through all of them instead of looking for one that's only of that certain, just going through all the game objects. So that could be what's causing the slowdown. I mean, it definitely will cause a slowdown. I just don't know why. Um, Put on super fast, gather 1, 2, 3, build the farm right here. We do the stats. So we have no issues here. I don't see any delays. Let me select a. Look at all those berries. Yeah, anyone noticing the delays at all? It's never changing the goal to eat. That's why it's not eating. Now, as soon as I click the gather, then let me just click one tree. You see the little spike? Let me click more than one. So we got 6 objects. 9 objects. And then it hits a little spike. Alright, let's try building a blueprint. Whoa, look at that. The game has froze. Now I think it'll continue though. Oh boy. See? Now it's continuing. Then it's stopping again. What is it doing? And then it's continuing. Let me pause it. So we got some issues with our I think it's our go to work goal. I think that's the issue. It's not changing the goal at all. It stays to go to work. It's never changing that goal. It's keeping it. It is making it still the goal. And then when it tries to create a plan, it is kind of stuck in some kind of loop. All right, well, I might end the video there. I'll kind of look at it and put some debuggers in, probably so I can see what it's trying to do. This goes back to like, going to work as a goal. It should just be one action. Um, and maybe I'll do that in the next video, just have a one action goal. But it's still kind of like, why is the planner doing that? I don't know what it's all trying to create. And it could be, let me go to my go-to job. Let me just look at it real quick. Prefabs test, my actions. You see how this condition's empty? Okay. Which means it will check this action for um, every plan. So it's going to use every action, I think. I'm going to have to put some debuggers in my planner to see what it does. All right, well, I'll take a look at that. And thanks for watching again. See ya.